What's up, people? Welcome back to Uncensored Minds, the world's greatest conversation. This is episode 180. If y'all don't know the tagline by now, just get the fuck on. But like we always say, this is not Good Morning America. This is not the Coddle Cast. This is not the Pacified Cast. We're going to say a couple things. If you have sensitive areas, please exit stage left. You can agree to, disagree, or agree to whatever. But let's keep it respectful. Let's keep it simple and be mindful, people. Welcome to Uncensored Minds. Who am I here with tonight?
What up? It's Killer Ish. Hey, y'all.
I can't. It's a blackout. It's a blackout over there. That's what type time we on.
He said, "Oh, y'all niggas can read."
That's what type time we on tonight.
Gotta be, because when you start speaking, people get upset. So you just gotta
Man, people gotta stop getting offended, man. We live in such a sensitive place, and you can't even speak. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. All right, as we get into the icebreaker today, I want to start with something that I saw earlier. So I was watching one of my favorite shows, which is My Wife and Kids. If y'all don't know, My Wife and Kids is one of the greatest sitcom series of all time. Some people might compare it to Martin, X, Y, and Z, whatever. I like My Wife and Kids. One of my favorite shows, man. But they came home and they caught a boy.
Hold up.
What's up?
To compare that to Martin is kind of a little wild, but we're going to let that roll.
I mean, have you watched My Wife and Kids before?
Yeah, I like it. It's
shit.
cool.
That's what I'm saying. It's a great fucking show.
I hate the little boy.
Underrated.
I hate the son, the bald headed son. I don't
You hate Junior?
Junior dumb.
It's just Junior's character. He's supposed to be dumb.
Junior's supposed to, but he brings some comedic effect.
I guess he cold then, right? I guess he would be Cole's character.
I mean, he G. He the young boy from New York Undercover, man.
He is G. That's why I didn't understand.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not going to say it's on the same level as Martin.
It's a good sitcom.
But
It's
it's
a
a
great
series.
sitcom. Absolutely.
Right. It's a great series. But the story is they come home and they find a boy in Claire's bedroom. Now, if y'all came home and found your daughter, we're going to keep it strictly on the daughter aspect. A boy in the bedroom with your daughter who is, say, 14, maybe 15 years old. What's the move?
Y'all can't ask me these questions.
Why
because
not?
I go straight. I choose violence.
I can't.
I choose violence always. Sorry.
So
I'm whipping
who's
ass.
getting the violence? Both of them or one of them?
Tornado.
Tornado,
I'm
everybody's
tornado
getting it.
mom. I'm whipping through that fucking room. Everybody getting their ass whooped.
All right, it's a very specific reason why I want to talk about this. But what's your answer first now? We're going to break it down.
Yeah, I'm wilding. I'm pulling the young boy out the room.
What you doing to the daughter? Nothing?
I'm gonna let my wife handle that.
Okay. All right.
Slapping her up.
You slapping her up?
I want my wife to slap
Your
her
wife
up.
slap her up?
Yeah,
Well, what you going to say to her?
Can't hit my daughter.
You
Huh?
gonna say nothing? You can't hit your daughter. I'll fuck
Nah, because I don't. No.
You call my daughter?
No. Reason why I say I don't want to hit her because I don't want her to. I don't want her because to get used to being hit by a man.
Right.
And thinking that's okay because her dad hit her. It's okay if another man hit her. No. So the discipline part at a certain age, I'm gonna let my wife handle that
All
part.
right, I get it. So you just yanking young ball up.
Oh yeah, young boy.
Are you saying anything to the daughter?
Yes.
What you saying to her?
The Nell isms. We know what those are.
Nell-isms.
The Nell isms. I won't. But again, no bitch calling.
Right.
No demeaning,
That's a
because I don't want her to think that since her dad does it, that another man can do it to her.
All right, Ish. So after the tornado, what are you saying to the daughter?
You know better. This is not how we conduct ourselves.
All right, so like I'm specifically bringing this up this story because they handled it like this. They handled it like they wouldn't let her date. So she felt like she had the only way she would be able to get to see this boy was to sneak and see the boy. So their answer was to just let her date. Therefore, they would be able to monitor her dating. But as a parent, your first initial thoughts is if your daughter has a boy in the room, somebody must have been fucking, or they been attempting to fuck, or thinking about fucking. When in her instance, it was completely innocent.
Yeah.
Right.
So, what do y'all think on the parent side of it in the aftermath of the conversations? How are you moving forward?
We all was kids once, so we kind of should understand what that looked like a little bit. You know, each generation and each era changes and it goes different. We gotta be mindful, and this is coming from someone who's not a parent, so I know people probably gonna chop this up a little bit, but we gotta be mindful of how we raise our kids and the examples that we set forth for our kids. And I'm sure they're smart enough to pick up those things that we've taught them over the years. And, you know, I guess some of the not just the teachings that we instilled, the fear that we instilled in them too, of not the fear of not like, oh my God, my parents want to hit me, but the fear of I don't want to disrespect my parents. I fear the backlash that I might receive if I did something that was out of the way, and that type of fear. So, you know, we hopefully we setting good examples and we teaching our children, you know, what to do right from wrong, and you know, even in an instant like that, you know, the better judgment is not be in your room, just more or less keep it in the family room, keep it in an open. You know, if you're in your room for whatever reason, even if you it shouldn't be, but if you are, had a door open and things like that, and just using better judgment, and but also to, you know, knowing your kids and knowing, you know, that they know right from wrong.
My kids are sneaky badasses. But go ahead, Ish. What are you doing
We
on,
always
on the
sneaky,
aftermath?
right?
Fact. That's a fact.
Yeah. I don't know. I think for me it would be,
Are
after
you
things
walking
calm
her?
down.
Are you the mom that's taking her directly to birth control?
Um Probably.
But don't that open the door to say, all right, I'm giving you birth control, so I'm telling you to
See, some
fuck?
people say that,
Some people say that,
and
but
some
then
people say I'm doing this so you don't get pregnant
correct.
because you're gonna do whatever you're gonna do.
Yeah.
But
And
pregnancy ain't the only thing that come from sex.
Facts, but
Diseases come from sex.
oh yeah,
facts,
but
but
it has to be a
right.
full blown around full gamut discussion about diseases, pregnancy, just opening up your body to just different things. So a lot goes into that sex talk.
Right.
But for me, I feel like, and we've seen this even in BMF. Like, Lucille was definitely, pushing the birth control just because, especially from mothers who had children young or experienced sex young and might not have had the best experiences. You don't want to see the cycle repeat. So therefore, you trying to stop those things from happening the same way they happened to you or the way they came to you. So yeah, I definitely might be, kind of pushing the birth control situation, but I also would be trying to say, hey, listen, the tornado is not the worst thing that might come to you. Like, there's a lot of things that could domino when you feel like, it's just, hey, a boy coming over. You know what I mean? A lot of things can go left. You're putting yourself into a vulnerable situation that you might not want to be in and you might not be ready for. That could be, rape, sexual assault. That could be,
Is there a conversation with y'all favorite word?
What's that, respect?
yeah, respect.
Just in the sense of respect our home, respect the boundaries. Like you said, no, keep it in the family room. In that vein, is there a conversation strictly on the respect of the home?
Yeah, I think a conversation definitely has to be had in that, because it can't never be said, oh, we never had this, I never knew that. You gotta, we gotta look at it from a perspective of training and teaching. Like, we can't expect them to know just because we know, and we want them to know what respect looks like. We gotta continue to keep teaching them and dumbing it down to the dumbest form so they can understand it in many different layers. So it's an open forum, right? Because far too often, like you said, when we do things when we do things out of fear,
Right.
or we do things to scare them, or we, that quote unquote tough love, that can push them the other way.
Right.
When we doing things to shield them from certain things, the first thing this person want to do is experience it. You tell the person don't look down, the first thing they do is look down.
Right.
So you almost got to tell them to look up and look straight, or look, or this is what it is. This is all of the parables that come along with this. It might be a moment of pleasure, but look at the things that come with that. Unwanted pregnancies, unwanted disease, early pregnancies, even if we wanted a pregnancy, early pregnancies, which we're not ready for, and things like that. So, a lot of those things that not a lot of those things that we have to do. We got to do these things to have these type of conversations. And it has to come from us because we're the parent.
Like I was very protective, like of my daughter at these ages, and a lot of people thought that I was gonna be like flipping out or acting crazy when my daughter started fucking. First of all, why the fuck is y'all laughing?
Because this nigga's so blunt. Like, can we say he has sex? Like, fucking like.
I'm being serious and y'all laughing. Like I was saying, man, people thought I was going, react crazy and, fuck her up or whatever. And I didn't know how I was going to react. Like, I didn't know. But, like, I was surprisingly more calm. And it didn't really, like, trip me out because my brain, like, it's so non-hypocritical. It's like, I was fucking when I was 12, 13. So as long as I prevented my daughter from fucking before she was, like, at that age, I knew eventually she was gonna be fucking. Like it's inevitable that this shit is gonna come about. I just wanted her to be mindful. The only thing I was very key upon was to be mindful of, like, when you that young. This shit ain't gonna last forever. These niggas don't really love you. Everybody just try to smash. Don't get it all confused in your mind, thinking that this nigga really love you and y'all gonna be together forever. Because that's not really realistic. I mean, it will happen, every once in a blue moon, but for the most part, that's not really what's happening. So I wasn't really. I had conversations with my kids, and I talked to them. I didn't talk to them like they was like 5. I talked to them like they were the age that they were, and I let them know the boundaries and what I was having and what I was not going to have and things of that nature. So I didn't really flip out. I just was mindful of boundaries. Like, no, my daughter, you can't have no boys come over the crib. No, sorry. I know it's unfair, whatever, however you want to say it, but no, we ain't doing it.
Absolutely.
And that's just what it was. And that's just how I handled it.
We came from a unique generation. The time that we were growing up, the three of us, from childhood to teenage years to now adults, it was a unique time because we had parents who didn't experience what we experienced as children, didn't have as much as we had, so they wanted to give us as much as we could, as much as they can give us, because they didn't have, lack thereof, struggled, whatever that looked like for them. Didn't have as much information around as they became adults now, and then their children are now here, and we got a little bit more information. So we came up in a unique era where we had structure, stability. We got that home vibe. We didn't rely too much on the TV influence us because we had family oriented shows. We didn't have the internet, wasn't as big as it is now, as it wasn't as in our face with the cell phones and stuff like that. We had to seek information, encyclopedias, libraries, and things like that. Seeing and hearing something, if it happened over here, it took 2 weeks to get over here before you even heard of it. Pregnancies in school it was few and far between. You might have had 2 and 3 girls pregnant, and you looked at them like, oh shit, she's pregnant.
Facts.
Now,
it's a regular thing.
It's a regular thing, and these young parents are young, having young kids. I know people that got great grandkids, and they not even in their 60s yet. I mean, they not even in their early 50s yet. They just touching 40s and 50s. So that tells you, damn, they starting young. They started young. Their children started young. Now their child started young, and it's a little different. So when we had those type of conversations, or we can have them conversations with knowing what it looked like to be young. Like you said, you out there at 12 years old. You now know what that looks like. So when you talk to your daughter, you can give her real life experiences that you had
Right.
and what to look out for and give her information instead of damn near locking her in a room. And then the moment she come out that room, she ready to go see what the fuck I was locked in the room for.
Right.
So, it's different times and different times call for different measures. But again, we still have to be in parental control of all that,
Facts.
because if not, we lose them.
Facts. All right, so that was our little icebreaker of the day. People, like I was saying, be mindful of the things that your kids are doing. Be mindful of your parenting. A lot of times it be the ones who you always at work and you just leaving the kids at home. That's when a lot of times the things go down. I made it an emphasis to be like, however we're parenting, somebody has to always be home. That was my main thing. As my kids were growing up, I wanted to make sure that at all times of the day, at some point, somebody was going to always be home. Because when you give them that long leeway of time, those are disastrous.
I know, again, like I'm not a parent biologically, but we can't just be our child's friend. We gotta be our child's parent first. Parenting is the number one thing, and then all of that friendship, closeness, that comes second, because our children need us. They need our guidance. They need our tutelage. They need our presence as fathers, as mothers and fathers. So let's do a better job at making sure that we're not just throwing tablets in their face and phones in their face and just to shut them up and letting that entertain our children, because the things that they see on those tablets and those phones go far beyond what we even know a lot of the times, or we have experienced at that age.
Yeah, they
and
got
they're so
unlimited
impressionable.
porn and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And not even, and you know what? Not even just porn. You stumble on something that's so sexual. Like cartoons are sexual nowadays, and these TV shows is all made up to invite our minds to this whole nother world that they're trying to create. So it's just like, let's be the impression that our children understand and see first, and then allow them to know that the world is just another part of it.
All right, so as we get into our topics, the last couple of weeks, we've been like freestyling a bit much. Well, today, I want to get in y'all ass. So, we're going to do a little bit more structure today. And I want you, I looked through, all y'all topics and whatever, and I want to pick out the specific topics that I feel like are going to hit everybody in the gut a little bit. That's a little bit more personable. So, I guess we could start with you, Ish. And I want you to pick between the truth topic or the learning topic. So, which one of those, are more personable for you, or that you want to get into?
Let's start with the truth. Let's do the truth. Because don't we say motherfuckers don't be telling the truth?
It's the year of truth, man. Shout out to
And it's the
2024.
year
It's the year of truth. We're going to give our truths and be transparent this year. And that's the only way we're going to grow and, evolve as a people. So what is this truth topic that you got over there, Ish?
Okay. So, basically, my truth topic is, hang on one second, because it's been a long day, guys.
Facts. And I was texting a lot in the group chat, y'all.
Yes, because we woke up this morning on it, right?
Yeah, I was on demon time this morning. I woke up on demon time.
Thanks. So the question that I posed was basically, what can, a lot of typos in the chat.
No
You
problem.
know how I be feeling about that. But what can we do
do
about
slang,
the
so
lack
typos don't matter. Go ahead.
what can we do about the lack of trust we have in the human race and in our culture? Because it's easy to go in the gate straight not trusting nothing, not trusting what you say, not trusting what you present, you know, not trusting.
Nobody don't trust nothing.
No, there you go.
Nobody don't
In a
trust.
nutshell, nobody don't trust.
All right, I'm gonna say it like this. This is how I look at it. Yes, I do have trust issues. I'll admit to that. I do have trust issues. I don't trust anything. But what I do trust is behavioral patterns or things that I see or consistencies. So if you're a person who keeps your word and things of that nature, these are things that build the trust for me. So I'm an observing person. I'm always going to be observing you and how you move and the things that you say out of your mouth and how you carry yourself. And if all those things align, then I'll open myself up to trusting you. So I think that's a huge part of it. I don't think I'm ever going to change like my initial trust issues way just because I've seen the fuck shit too much, and which could be jaded and which could be a detriment probably in some ways. But I'm a person who believes in the building of the trust until you violate that. So what's your answer now?
I'm gonna let you go next because I think the two of you may share the same viewpoint, and I don't. Not the same. Not that I don't, but mine is a little different. So I want you to explain yours.
Yeah, so for me, I feel like sometimes I straddle the fence with this a lot. Simply because sometimes I feel like I can be on the verge of being like you guilty
Right.
before you're even proven innocent. Like you just guilty from the gate.
Right.
And you don't give a person a fair shake when you approach from that viewpoint, because it's like that person doesn't necessarily have to have those same attributes as the person before, or a girlfriend that did you dirty, like, you know what I mean? So it's blurred lines for me there. So it's like I want to trust and I want to be open to trust a person, straight out the gate. But at the same time, I do have to reflect on what I have experienced, the bullshit that I've been through, and, just this everyday shit that you see people do and how they conduct themselves. So it's like, how should I behave? Should I not trust? Should I trust? And so I find myself trusting more than not trusting, which always fucks me in the end. So it's like, you simple bitch. Like,
See, I'll stand with you on that, but it's just in a different variation. So I don't feel like you're guilty, before innocent. I feel like you're lying to yourself. I feel like a lot of people be lying to themselves.
oh, that's facts.
And then I'm just waiting for that to evolve wherever that evolves at. Like a person could be like, I'm a great parent, I'm X, Y, and Z, and I'm watching. And then when I see it, I'm gonna show you. I'm like, you said you was a great parent, right? What was this? And everybody's imperfect, so everybody's gonna make mistakes here and there. But I just think that some people don't see the mistakes that they make. And I'm a person who will show you that mistake. Whether that be to correct it or whatever it may be. Just so it doesn't I don't want the shit to continue. I'm one of those people who, let's fix this shit.
Right.
So we ain't gotta go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But go ahead now.
So mine is actually different than yours too. I actually go into everything trusting. Right. The trust is there. I don't have people auditioning for their trust or showing me their trust.
So I'm gonna interrupt you, but so when it comes to that trust, when you meet somebody, you just automatically believe everything that they say about themselves.
Look, this is the thing. You can tell me whatever you want to tell me. I'm going to see and figure it out for myself through interaction, through conversations, through it all. So I don't go into anything saying prove to me that you're all of these things. No. And you know why? Because I take that burden off of me of sitting there watching you perform. I just don't got the time for that. I just say, I want to live in this place. And I want to live in this place as much peace and happiness as I can. And when it starts to show itself, then it shows itself. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. I place my trust in people and allow them to break that. I don't allow people to build their trust up because that may not ever come.
Right.
That may never look like what it needs to look like for me. You're doing all of these things for an imperfect human being, which is me, and it's unfair to you. So that's why I say I let people be themselves. I don't place nobody on a pedestal. I put you right here and say, all right, this is you. If you do something distasteful or I don't like, okay, cool. That's something that we experience together. But yet, and still, I can still come around that. So the biggest hurt for me does never come because it's not like, well, this person did me wrong. Now I got to carry that hurt over to someone else. Right. Everybody gets a clean slate with me. Everybody has their own palette.
I'm with you on that clean slate. Mine just looks a little different. So mine just looks like, don't tell me that you love it and caring. I'm gonna watch it. It's gonna show.
But cool. But that's the thing, right? I don't. And the reason why that's your thing, and we all got our own thing, is if you tell me you love and care for me, okay, cool. You love and care for me. You love and care for me in your way. And hopefully through time, it will go the way I need it to go. Because you're learning more of me. You're being around me more. You're experiencing me more at different levels. You're experiencing me more at a level where I love myself a little bit more. And I'm able to show you how I want you to love me. So as I get older and I see things from a little bit more perspective or, from rose-colored lenses, I can say, you know what? You don't have to perform. You don't have to perform to show me that this is you. That's what I just need you to be you. And if I can look at that and accept that, then I am cool.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's the main point. Is that when people first meet people, they are performing.
They are, and I know, we all perform.
Right.
When we're meeting people, we're all in a performance, right? And then the glitz and the glamour wears off, and then you revert to you. Right. Now, not everybody reverts to a negative place. Right. Not everybody reverts to a positive place. You can be in an indifferent place to where there's a transition to where you got some shit with you, but yeah, you got good qualities too. And then that is that middle where you're trying to figure out how can I put myself on the positive side or if I want to stay on the negative side. And that is going to put me in a place of, damn, is this for me or if it's not? Because again, we all can grow. We all can learn. We all can get better. I'm not perfect, so I can expect nobody else to be perfect. All I ask that you do is if you're for me, be for me. Right? Be for me. Now, if you break my trust, that's a thing. That doesn't mean I die from it, though. That just means that my trust at that moment has been broken. How can we repair it to where I can now still live in this place with you? And that's how I stay sane. Because we all got to find our sanity, right? We always look back and we always see people that are jaded, that are hurt, that are in these places of doldrum. And they've been in these places for 10, 15 years and they're not even at that spot no more with that person or that thing or whatever. And you just sit back and be like, damn, why? Because they haven't let go. I let go. I can't bring that shit into my future because that shit is a detriment to me. I'm hurting me. I'm not hurting nobody else but me with this. I can even be hurting my partner because I'm not allowing them to experience me on a fresh start or a whole different level that I'm not baggage filled from somebody else. Yeah, that's why I said my perspective is, and it encompasses, all three of us are saying some of the same things. Right. We're saying it at our own level and our own taste, right? And you got people that's going to be in the congregation that's going to agree with T. It's going to be people that's agreeing with Aisha, and there's going to be people that might even question me. But that's me. That's what makes us unique, and no one's answer is wrong because those are the things that we need as people for ourselves.
Right. Like, I don't think it's the jadedness that they carry that they're not letting go. I think that it's the fake shit. It be the fake shit. Like, you're not really this nice, or you're not really whatever it may be. And that's the shit that I'm looking
Yeah.
for. I'm not looking for the baggage because I understand the baggage. I'm looking for your specific personality traits,
But you know what?
your consistencies.
Somebody can say, Nell, you get on here, you speak so eloquently. You portray this persona. You talk about this, but sometimes if I've ever been in your presence or we've had interactions and it hasn't been positive, I haven't gotten that from you, or I've gotten different sides from you. Yeah, because we all have our side, our good sides and our bad sides, and we also got our don't play with me side. Like I don't like, even though I'm allowing you to be you, don't play with me.
Right.
Don't play on my intelligence. Like if that's what you need to be, then don't play on my intelligence. Just let me be. Like let me have it. You have it. I got it. Whatever. I can let you be whoever you think you want to be.
So, I guess the question for you, Isha, is: does consistency and trust go together for you?
Yes. I think the more consistency that is shown, the more trust I gain. But also I know, just as a person who attempts to be consistent a good portion of the time, I also know that sometimes not a lack of consistency, but sometimes if it falls by the wayside a little bit, it doesn't necessarily mean a wrongful intent type thing. You know what I mean? So, but definitely consistency helps me to gain in trust. I think it's needed. I think it definitely is needed.
Because the path that Nell is speaking of is like everybody has moments and moods. So it's like the consistency may not always be there in that.
Right.
But that's something that you also have to decipher the difference. So you can see, is this person having a bad day, or is that not this person?
X. And I think the action itself will kind of be able to show you exactly what you're facing, like what you're dealing with exactly. Like you just said, is this person who they claim to be or who they believe they are? Or it, is it just an off day? Is something going on that's throwing them off kilter or whatever the case may be? It should be clear. But what I did want to ask y'all is like, we kind of, like Nell said, touched on some of the same things. You kind of were speaking from the perspective of, I'm watching you to see if you're lying to yourself,
Right.
and I'm watching to see if you're lying to me.
Right.
And Nell is coming from the basis of, hey, I'm trusting you coming out the gate, and I'm going to let you show me exactly who you are.
Right.
Which one do you think hurts the most? Like, is of more of a, not necessarily a detriment, but just more of a challenge?
I think probably yours is the most challenging because Nell's is like I'm accepting of whatever, and mine is like I'm just observing. Yours is a challenge.
I would agree.
So let's go back to the question that you asked, Ish. What was the actual question that you
Question was, does trust and consistency run together?
So it's almost like the thing that we talked about previous shows ago with love and someone experiencing love and someone not experiencing love. And a person that hasn't experienced love or hasn't experienced hugging or kissing or touching or affection from someone else other than themselves, how do they know how to give that? And sometimes we so want people to know exactly how to be in a relationship because they're grown, but they haven't experienced those things.
But that's why I always say, experience is the best teacher.
Experience is great,
If you don't have any experience, I'm questioning that.
but can you question that? Because is that an experience that a person really truly knows if they haven't gotten it before? Let's say you lived in a home,
Right.
your parent never hugged you.
Right.
They never gave you words of affirmation. They never gave you compromise or the compassion. That's not your fault that you didn't experience that. It's the lack thereof of your environment. So when you go into a relationship or you go into a partnership or even a friendship, you may have good intentions and you may so bad want to love somebody, but you're stumbling because you never experienced any of those things that have those qualities of what love is, a shelter of love. Right? So,
Right. So my question to that would be, okay, we 40 something now, right? So in your 40s, I question a lot of people our age and even older than us. In your 40s, you still haven't learned?
where they learning from? Because if my question
You
is,
still allowing niggas to just come and fuck on you?
that's true. But let's take it off the side of a woman. Let's take it on the side of a man, right? If I've never experienced that in my home life, or my child life as a man, love,
Right.
I can't give it. At my big age at 40, I'm stumbling into a woman that may look like this nigga never got his shit together. This
Right.
nigga can't love me. This nigga don't even know how to fucking be affectionate.
Right,
Or-
but as the 40, 50, 60, 70-year-old woman, it's her job to put the boundaries on you.
is it her job to put the boundaries on me, or is it her job to teach me?
Right,
And
that's what I
we
mean by that.
Yeah, and that's what we got. That's what we always come in with. Teaching is not a fucking bad thing. You gotta teach your person how to love Ish.
That's
Ish's
not even
love ain't the same
but that's not
T's
even
love.
that's not even just how to love each specifically. I'm talking about the general love. I'm talking about in a general sense. Like in a general sense, you by the time you're 40, 50 and up, if you don't know how to be affectionate, show affection, receive affection, I'm questioning that.
Exactly. But it just goes back to even some of the things that we talk about when we talk about sex. We expect people because they're grown and they got bodies that they supposed to know how to make love and fuck and suck and eat and kiss and all that, and they don't because they've never learned. They put themselves in front of people who just may have took advantage of,
Right.
or just was there for the moment.
Right. So if that's the same way as say you was messing with a girl now and she's 60, 70 years old. She never got flowers before. Are you questioning the guys or are you questioning
And
her?
she never got what?
Flowers.
Okay.
Who you questioning?
That's a good question. So, me, if she's never experienced that before, I'm not questioning her because it's not her. It's not her responsibility to go out there and buy her own flowers, right? So you
that's
know what
not
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
do?
saying.
So I am trying to be the difference maker. If she hasn't experienced getting flowers at 60, 70 years old, like I like them, then I'm going to go get her a bouquet of flowers. I'm
Right.
trying to show her a different side of niggerdom
Right, but
that she's been getting.
That's not the challenge though. The challenge is one, why don't you have that self-respect for yourself? Why haven't you even had that conversation
True.
with niggas in 70 fucking years?
That's why I
Right.
said.
That's my
Say,
question.
And that's, yeah.
You're gonna buy me some flowers?
No, not even you're gonna buy me flowers. Just the conversation of I've never had flowers before. So for a nigga like Nell to come and be the different nigga, I'm asking why haven't you had this conversation before we got to 70?
That's true.
That's what I'm asking.
But that's why. But you know what's wrong with that is because people think that they don't have to teach. They don't think they have to open their mouth and express those things. They just think people supposed to know.
Right, but that's
And
what
that's
I'm
not
saying.
always the case.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. This is not even a teaching moment. This is a communication moment.
But communication is
This is
teaching.
right, but this is a communication moment in the moment of, like, say if that person started talking to you and they're at that age, that should be a conversation.
Should be a
Yeah,
conversation.
facts. But I think too, some women are not going to have that conversation because they're going to be afraid of what comes on the other end of that.
What could
Why?
someone? That's what I'm saying.
Why would you be afraid of
but
that?
as we know, if we think back to all kinds of conversations that we had and what has been said in the chat, that there is always a fear of communication, even
Right.
down to something as simple as
you hurt
flowers.
me. yourself.
And that's my point right there, Ish. Why you 70 years old and still scared?
Yeah.
What somebody gonna do to you? You 70 years old. You
I agree.
That's why I
Some
said.
conversation.
That's why I said for me. that don't look what it look like the question that we asked. For me, it looks just like you do you,
Right.
and I'll fall back and I'll allow you to do you. And if it works for me, cool. And if it doesn't, then we gotta have a kind of conversation because this shit ain't working for me. Or I need a little bit more. I need you to do things a little differently. I don't come into it with you gotta build your trust in me. You've come in with your trust being intact. It's are you going to fuck that up?
Like, this is my whole point about it. Like, say if this is you, Ish, and you're talking to a guy, and he doesn't know basic gentleman shit. Open a door, pull your chair out, hold the door for you. Basic shit. He could be not experiencing this. He could be with women that never require him to do none of this. Why is that not a conversation?
I agree. It definitely should be a
And do
conversation
you-
because how can you interact with this man and feel on the inside, damn, my nigga, like you don't do none of that, like you don't have any of these qualities.
My question to that then, let's say that is the case. He don't have that, and you have that conversation like damn, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? What's that? Is that conversation a difficult conversation, or is it just like trying to get an understanding of his background?
It can be difficult if he's a rockhead.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying though, like we expect, and this is a flaw of us people. We expect people to know shit,
Right.
and people are. And I'm gonna use T's. People gonna get upset. Put this at the bottom of my notes. People are dumb.
People are dumb. People are dumb, and that's why I said it's important to have the conversations. So you shouldn't be 70 years old just now having the conversation of what I'm saying. That makes me look at you.
But maybe they're in their soft girl era, as they call it, and now they're saying, I'm not going to be a hard ass no more. I want to experience this now. I haven't experienced it. I'm in my 70s now.
Right,
I want to experience that before I die.
Still got to have the conversation to experience.
Absolutely.
Right.
But we can't look at them as like, damn, why the fuck you waited to 7 years old to say you want 12 red roses.
No, I am looking at him. Sorry. I am because you 70 years old. It's never crossed your mind. You never saw a fucking Valentine's Day commercial. What are we talking about?
What if her childhood led her up to her 20s or 30s? She had her kids maybe in that 20, 30 range, which took her to her 40s and 50s, where she was raising kids and she was a single mother. She never had that. It was just about her and her kids, and now she's put herself out there in the dating world and 50, and it didn't work out, and 60. She said, I'm going to fall back now in 70. She said, shit, I want this one last relationship that I feel like is going to be my forever before I go get up out of here. It could be a thing.
I got you. It could be a thing, and I'm not mad at that route. What I'm saying is, that's a conversation.
Yeah.
You need to have that conversation, and if you don't have that conversation, now I'm looking at the guy, because the guy should be looking like.
If you had the conversation, or if she didn't have the conversation.
She didn't have the conversation.
Okay.
Now the guy should be like, damn, you don't want none of that?
Yeah.
Right, and then he's like, okay, well, I don't have to do that.
Right.
But my thing too with the conversation and circling back to what Nell was saying, too, sometimes the woman could be like, she does not want to hear what the response is going to be after that conversation. So what if he be like, oh, well, I ain't into that. Nah, I'm not doing none of that shit. Then for her, it's like, okay, well, now I got to put up or shut up.
Did you die, though?
No,
It'd be the fear of having a conversation. But it'd be the fear of having a conversation that you're not going to die from.
Right.
So even if the conversation doesn't work out in your favor, you still had the conversation.
Yeah, I got you.
So you see where it plays out at. Like,
Yeah, a lot of us got to debunk these innuendos or cliches, right? Because there are a lot of cliches out there that make no fucking sense.
Right.
And we're not getting off the beaten path, but a lot of those things is like I'm gonna just use myself as an example. There's a reason why I don't get flowers. Not because I don't think they're pretty or I want to brighten your day.
oh, I hate it, but I still do it.
Not because I hate it. It's just like the symbol of giving flowers is supposed to show, like, I guess your love and, hey,
Well,
I want you to receive this beautiful
there's
gift on behalf
variations
of
of
me.
it. There's variations of it. So it's
Yeah.
like this. Sometimes girls just want, like for you to give them flowers. Sometimes girls want you to give them flowers so you can say, "Look, somebody gave me flowers." Sometimes colors are matter.
Yeah.
So it depends on what color roses or what color flowers. Do you know my favorite flower? All of these things are different things.
I get it, but for me, in my twisted,
Dark twisted fantasy.
dark twisted fantasy mind, I hear all that, and I say, "But them motherfuckers gonna die."
Right, but
and
that
that's
don't
not that's not what I want for you as my representation of the love I got. That's why I
See, that's what I'm saying. There's counters to that, so you can get the forever flowers. Like it's
no, but I'm saying though that's the young minded.
right.
That's not the mature mind, because now the mature mind is, she said, I don't give a fuck about what you think.
Yeah, it's
It's
for
what
me.
I think.
Right.
It's for me. If they die,
They die.
but I still had that moment.
Still had it, right.
So exactly. Again, here's another one that we talk about. We got a show on Wednesdays at 8:00.
Tell me, kid.
We hear all the time women say, I'm not buying no man no things because they're gonna run out on me. And they're gonna run out regardless. If he's a runner, he's a runner.
Facts.
He's gonna run out on the shit that you bought, or the shit somebody else bought, or the shit he bought. So I get it now where people say, oh, I like flowers, and me in my mind, oh, I don't want to give you that because it's going to die and it's not going to be around for you to enjoy it all over. Just the same thing like how we say we want some sneakers or something like that. Just because you buy some sneakers don't mean we're going to run out. So a lot of these innuendos and cliches that we listen to or we've been jacked in our mind and we heard so many times and we carry them on are bullshit.
Right.
It's just another way of just saying no. Just say no.
That's a fact.
Don't tell me, oh, I don't buy men's sneakers because they're going to run out on me. Just say I ain't got the money.
Or I'm not comfortable.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable doing that. And that's another conversation. It just leads to conversations. And I think that's, again, what we always stress. Conversation.
So my main point in the trust thing is not that I felt in fear of you lying or you being false to me. I'm always looking at you to yourself. Mm-hmm. Are you being truthful to yourself and who you are? Mm-hmm. That's my thing with trust. So, what are y'all's?
Yeah, one of mine, I think a quality that I have that I possess, because we got to know our qualities, right? Because you got to be cool with yourself. One of the qualities that I possess is being a good judge of character. I don't just put anybody in my space.
Right.
Even though if you look good, you're cute, you talk cute, you smell good, I don't just put you in my space if I don't feel comfortable with you. And that's why I'm able to live freely with the trust thing, because I feel comfortable here. The character that you've displayed, what you've shown me has given me that level of I can put my trust in you. And hopefully you don't fuck it up. And if you fuck it up, okay. Now we gotta have a conversation. Now I gotta make the internal inventory on myself to see if I can handle what was done or experienced or whatever. And also say, hey, what the fuck have I done? What the fuck have I done? I can't be insane and say she's done all this shit and I've done this, but it outweighed. No. So I gotta look at all those things, and that's why I say I go into it from a whole different perspective, because I'm so flawed and unperfect that I can't expect somebody else to be perfect around me.
Mm-hmm. All right, Ish, what's your answer?
Yeah. Me being on the fence, I feel like maybe I should pick a side.
Yeah, you gotta pick a side.
Yeah, I gotta pick a side because I'm giving myself more gray hairs than I deserve at this point in time. But I think if I had to pick a side, it would, in fact, probably steer more towards Nell's side, and that would be, trusting and being.
All right, so
He already calls it the benefit of the doubt. I didn't know he was going to come to my side anyway. Because that's what we do.
Because that's what
we do. Yeah, exactly. That's a quality.
Uh-huh.
That's a trait of a person who gives benefits to the doubt.
I swear, it's like the angel that sits on this shoulder.
I'm the devil. Just bring it to me. Let me be the devil.
Yeah, it's like I be teetering for real, and a lot of shit. I be teetering, and it be difficult for me.
So the original question, as we wrap this up, is what can we do about the lack of trust? So I would answer that by saying to be trustworthy, like to be the example.
Just be upfront with your angle. Like, be upfront with your angle. If your angle is just your angle, be upfront with that. Live in your truth. Because
Right.
your angle is going to dictate who you are. If you're not that and this is a charade just to put your good foot forward, fuck that good foot. Put the bunion toe forward. I'm
Not
cool
the
with that.
bunion. Not
Not
the
Bunion
bunion
toe
toe.
forward because you know why the bunion toe is because the bunion toe going to rub against my leg more often than a pretty foot.
Fact.
And I'm going to have to be comfortable with the bunion toe, feet cracked up, nasty, because that's you. So if that's you, be you. Don't be the pretty foot. Be a real foot. Be you.
Or I would say, just to know yourself. To know yourself and don't lie to yourself.
Yeah.
That's my answer. What's your answer, Ish?
Yeah.
The lack of trust.
Y'all go to the nail salon in the winter time. Y'all get your feet done in the winter
Absolutely.
all the time.
First of all, don't say that fucking freely, Ish. Some of y'all, not.
Yeah, some of you,
all
you
of
might.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
It's some women that be like, I don't shave in the wintertime.
Well, there's some women that say that they don't get their feet done, that they would rather get their nails done.
Right.
Yeah, for me, it's an all year thing. Cause
Let's be clear. Come on.
Facts.
That's why I asked. Come on, like the bunion toe going be there for 6 months out of the fucking 12, or 9 months out of the 12. That's why I want the bunion foot all the time.
yeah, but I think good foot care is important. Like, even if you feel like, oh, it's the winter time and my feet are not out and nobody's gonna see these toes and all of that, and then bust out back with it in the summertime. I just feel like you're doing your feet a disservice, because who cares if anybody else can see them? Like, you can see them. Your bed sheets can fill them. Like, who wants?
He told me something last night too. I shared with the congregation. After we got off air last night, he said, anybody who got bad foot care right now, he's sending a cash app so you have to get your nails done.
I damn sure didn't say that.
Monday morning, he's sending somebody that got bad
I should
feet.
have got mine first thing this morning.
He told me, he's like, yo, now I know they got bad feet out there. We just want
I
to
do know they got bad
Monday.
feet, but they not my shorties. I do it for mine. But Ish, what was your answer on the lack of trust? Like, what can we do to improve the lack of trust?
Yeah, I think you both used the words transparency. One, being true to yourself. I think setting the precedence starts with you. You know what I mean? And starts with understanding yourself and understanding that others are not necessarily perfect. So trust doesn't always come in the form that we think it may. And so if we can start there with transparency and being true and honest with ourselves first, then maybe people will, follow.
Okay, y'all let us know in the comments and in the chat section, what is y'all answer for the lack of trust? How do y'all think that we can improve on that? How does it hit for you? Things of that nature. Let us know y'all answer. All right, now you on the clock, and this one is going to
What
be.
we got?
This is where we're going to go to. I saw this topic that hit me differently, but I want to know where you wanted to go with it. So the topic is there one? What did you mean by that?
See,
Where
I
we
wrote a
going?
lot of shit.
I don't feel bad. It's going to be just me.
Is there the one?
Right.
So my question is, in this whole ball of people, do you feel like there's the one for you? Like, do you have that ideology that there's the one, that person is the one, that I can give it all this up and it could just be solely me and them. No more nothing, no outside distractions. It's just me and that person for our proverbial forever.
Is that a question based then? Is there just one in general?
Yeah. Do you feel like, yo, there's
Or are you
there's the
asking,
one.
is it like you have one soulmate? Like that's what I'm trying to ask.
Like, yeah. Do y'all believe that there's somebody out there that's the one? Have you met them already, or are you still in search of that?
What's your answer, Ish?
Well, thanks, T.
I mean, I could go.
No, I mean,
I'm ready. I could
I
go.
do feel like there is the one for everyone, whether it's for a period of time, and there are circumstances that might shift that dynamic or whatever the case may be. But I do feel like there is the one for everyone.
What does that look like? Is that somebody? It could even be from our past, and we just can't get over them. Everything that we do encompasses things that we've learned with them, experiences that we experienced with them, ups and downs that we went through, and we always revert back to that person. Or have you never experienced that and you're searching for that one?
Yeah, no, I definitely have. I definitely have experienced a multitude of feelings for an individual where you can feel like, hey, this is my person. This is my everything. Like, the boxes are checked. Maybe there are differences and things that might not meet the mark, but this is my person. And you have those feelings and you understand them, whether they're in the past, whether they're in the present. However, the problem with that is people don't believe in that power. So people are always forever searching. You know what I mean? Sometimes they overlook individuals that are in front of them or that they have come across, and they're like, no, this is not it. This is not it. And it could very well be it. And I think that's why some people may not have experienced it before, because they are too busy attempting to try to find something that they feel is the one, instead of just looking at what might have crossed their paths, because that could very well have been it.
I'm gonna take this to the Bronx tale
That's where I was going with it. I know where you're going with it.
and say that yeah, there could be one that stand out from all the rest, but there could be several ones, or maybe in this instance of the Bronx tale, 3 special ones. So yeah, I do believe that there is specific people. There is specific people for you. I think that a lot of times that gets missed because you're looking for other things. So you may be looking for something that's not meant for you. Or you may be looking for something that you think in your mind. This all goes back to knowing yourself. That you think in your mind that you want, but it's not for you. So I think that there is several ones, and there could be one specific one that's for you, but you have to be open to see it and receive it.
For sure.
Yeah, because everybody's not for you.
Yeah, everybody's
Yeah,
not for you.
facts. Do you feel like that? Do you feel like you could feel that,
Of course.
or do you think people trick
I know
themselves
within 5
into?
minutes.
Yeah,
Right.
I know I know in a very, very short period of time
Right.
this person is the one.
Do you feel like people could trick themselves into thinking that someone is the one?
Of course.
Yeah, that's the people
because
that
they
don't
want
know
that
themselves.
person.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a lot of times people don't know themselves, so they trick themselves into thinking. But for me, like she said, I know that within minutes. If this person is the one, that feeling I get, it just is a euphoric feeling.
Right.
It's everything. Like, we're not emotional. Men are more logical and physical, but then that emotional side does tap in, and you that emotion that comes along with that gives you that notion. I mean, that idea of like, yo, this person is the one, and it's nothing they can do or say or don't do that changes that.
Right.
It's always going to be that, no matter if they did you right or wrong. It's just that.
Right. Like it's just like we talked about before each that thing that women like y'all people can grow on y'all.
Yeah.
Like that's not really a thing for me. Like in those first 5 minutes, I know if I fuck with you, if I like you, if our connection is there. I can feel it. It's an energy, and that doesn't change.
Yeah, a person can just grow on it.
All right.
and be the one. I feel it. It ain't low. Like again, women we talked about. Y'all have that process of, all right, I can grow into this. I can grow into liking him. I can grow into this person. No, for me, it's if I don't feel that shit, it ain't it.
So why do you think women do that? Like, why is that a thing for women? Is it because she is insecure within her own self that she feels like?
Oh, because y'all thinking about it in variations. Like y'all thinking about it in. All right, I might not be attracted to this nigga, but he's a good guy.
Or he's nice looking and
Right.
he's somewhat nice.
Right.
You know, he has great qualities outside of that. So, you know, that's intriguing to me.
So y'all let y'all attentions grow to those things. My shit is not. My shit is a connection. So it's not about the things.
Like, just imagine, look at all the pushback that we've had. We say we don't care about cooking and cleaning anymore.
Right.
We don't give a fuck about that. We know how to do that.
Right.
I need to feel you.
Right.
I don't need you to be a provider protector. Y'all need that. Y'all don't care if the provider protector comes in an ugly form or beautiful form. Y'all just want what that feeling is. Where I don't give a fuck about that washing my clothes and cooking my dinner and rubbing my back that much. I give a fuck about the
We ain't
energy
gonna
that I
do that
feel,
now.
that connection I feel with this
Right.
person. Yeah, because I know, and all the time, even if I want my shit rubbed, you're not going to always do it. So I just come to the realization, like, all right, I can live with the flaws of this person. I can live through all of what they are and what they aren't. This is my person.
Right.
So for me, that's what it boils down to. When I think of that statement, is there one? I know if she's the one from the energy between us, from the connection between us. I'm not gonna get that with every girl. I might could be like she cute or she X, Y, and Z, whatever it may be, but I'm not gonna feel for her.
Right. Right. What do you guys say to an individual out there that may be running from their one?
Why you running?
Why you running?
Not sit the fuck
Why
down.
you running?
Because women
Well,
do that.
women do that.
Yeah,
Women do that.
Why you running? What are you running from?
Because they in their minds it'd be other shit that they want. Like that their person, their one could be the nigga that's not a protector provider. So they're gonna run from him. But like no, like I'm drawn to him and this might be a thing, but I want a protector and provider. That's what they'll do.
Or it could be just a number of things where they don't have control in areas that they are used to having control in.
Yeah, like a lot of times on intimate conversations, I get that a lot where women be like, if I start feeling it too much, I'm out.
And that's so weird to us.
Right.
Because like it's been pumped in our head. We got to do all these things and make our woman comfortable and shit. But women tell you, like, damn, yo, you too much for me. I ain't never experienced this before. It's scaring me. I gotta get up out of it. What the fuck? If you enjoying it, why are you going? Where you running to?
Right.
It boils down to control. Like they're
Yeah.
losing that control of areas that they always been in control of, and that's scary to them.
Right.
And they then try to compensate it with other shit because they have to lie to themselves and say, oh, it's you got too many followers, or you too on the scene, or you got too much shit popping. Yeah, but I'm coming home to you every fucking night.
Right.
You my motherfucking person. You the one who I want to be
Right,
with.
right.
You the one who I'm willing to sacrifice life just for us to be.
Right.
So what's your answer, Ish? How do you know that this is the one for you?
I guess it would have to be sort of the same thing, like that energy that you feel, that just something where you're just drawn to that person. You know what I mean? Like you guys could have amazing conversations. You can feel the electricity, or you come into their presence and it's just something that you just don't feel with anybody else. But that's again, you have to know you, and you have to also know what you want, because it could always come down to, or circle back to, are you running from it or are you running from yourself? Because I was having a conversation with someone, and she basically was like, yo, I really like this guy, or whatever the case may be, but I know that I'm gonna have to step my shit up
Well,
Like he is it.
Oh, I know what that is.
Like he is it. But I'm not tangoing with that because then I'm gonna have to face myself in the mirror every day to be able to stand side by side with that person. And it maybe she's not ready. And that's, in my opinion, that is very mature of her to admit that. But it's also like, okay, sis, well then do the work.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
but
was going to ask. Is
somebody
that mature?
somebody might not be ready to do the work, or they don't want to do it.
Yeah, but is that a mature of you that you willing to regress or not do the
I
work?
think that is mature.
Well, I mean, it's
Is
mature of her to acknowledge
Oh,
it,
yeah, it's
to see it within herself, and to be able to speak it out loud. I think that's the
that's
mature
mature.
portion of it. But then I also, again, like I said, okay, well, sis, here you are saying you have the it guy. You have a guy that is just dope. He's thorough. He is everything that you would want and need in a man. But yet you don't want to face yourself in a mirror enough to be able to stand side by side and be everything that it is to be in a woman to be with a man like this, or that you say. And you just don't want to do the work, or maybe like you said, you're not ready to do the work. But why not?
I hear that a lot, like also on intimate conversations. They be like, "He was everything. I wasn't ready though," because just at certain times in life, like you just might not be ready to like settle down.
Or all right. So my question is, you might not be ready to settle down, but are you not ready to elevate yourself? To put like we see a lot of people like in
Depends
instances
on what
like
that looks like
to
for
dumb
you.
themselves down and not bring themselves up to a level where they know is only going to enhance.
Right, but it's not a dumbing down situation. It's more like, all right, like certain people feel like when I be a wife, this is the kind of wife I'm gonna be, and I'm not ready to do that yet. So it's just be like, yo, when I be a wife, I want to be home, and I want to be cooking and cleaning, and
You can't be my wife.
that's your wife. I'm just saying. I'm just saying this is how they look at it. So they might feel like I want to focus on my career right now.
Okay. That's
So
true.
they're not ready.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's how I play.
Now I understand that. But what about if you got a person that all they are needing to do is bring themselves up a level in maturity, a level of sustainability.
That goes back to Aisha's word fear.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
where's
that's what I was gonna say, because it could be very well, okay, well, I can get up there, but am I going to be able to maintain up there? It could be an individual who's afraid of failure, who doesn't like to not succeed and are afraid to step out and take chances and be that because they don't know if they will be successful at it.
Not only afraid of failure, but also afraid of he might be a failure.
But even if he's a failure, you still elevated your game. So you've only done yourself more good than bad.
But in Aisha's instance, what do women always say? That was a waste of my time.
So learning more about yourself and going to another level was a waste of time.
Right,
That's
but
how
some-
they look at it.
but
Don't
some
look at
people-
me. Look at
right, but
Aisha.
some people can't see that half the glass.
Right.
You know what I mean? Some people can't see the glass half full. They look at it as half empty, and they look at it as a waste of time.
But
They
that's
look
why
at it as I gave more than what I
But that's
received.
why they're still where they at.
Absolutely.
That's why they still where they at, and they can't blame nobody but themselves.
Right.
At that point, you gotta say, at all, I gotta take responsibility for my lack thereof. If I don't want to bring myself up to a level that's only going to enhance me,
Right, but what if they rose up to that level and the nigga was the failure?
then that's still on him.
Right.
That's not on you.
It's not a reflection.
In her eyes, she's still gonna feel like it was a waste of my time.
Why?
Because he wasn't ready. He wasn't right. He was doing X, Y, and Z.
And
I could have saved that for another nigga.
You save it for another nigga. You still can say the shit for another nigga. It's
still
just that
more
now
there.
you are now more prepared.
That's not how they look at
You
it.
bust out of the fear factor, and now you living your best life. You glowing. You up there.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm just saying, and the problem with that is that I think it all goes back to putting the eggs all in one basket when you first meet a man. because he starts at 100 and then you trickle away, right? So you are enamored, you are in love, you are in awe with this man in the beginning, X, Y, and Z, right? And if he fails you, or if he is the failure, then you in turn feel like the failure. Why?
That's how they
Because you
take
have
that shit
placed
now.
all your eggs in that basket, right? And you had this pedestal up for this man, and he did not meet those expectations. And so for you, instead of looking at it as a learning lesson, and here's what I'm going to take away from it, here's how I've grown from it. Nah, I'm just going to look at it as that was a fucking waste of time. Not me per se, but I'm just saying.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not even a pedestal or an expectation. It's a plan. So it's like we planned X, Y, and Z, and you lied. That's how they see this shit. So now you being a liar or you lied, I feel like I wasted my time. So I don't even like feel like I'm a failure. I just feel like you lied and you wasted my time.
Do you see the differences? Because it go back to our first segment.
Right.
I don't put nobody in that. I live in my lane. You don't gotta shuck and jive. Even if you are shucking and jiving, even if you are a piece of shit, even if you can't get to the level I'm at, or if you could, that's you. I'm not gonna say you lied and deceived me.
So you
I'm
wouldn't
just gonna
feel no
say,
kind of way if she deceived you?
you know why I won't? Because I'm cool. You know why? Because I can move on.
Right.
And I can move on without any recourse to me. Meaning, if it didn't work, I don't gotta sit up there and say, oh my God, I lost myself because she wasn't.
But that's what I'm saying, though. That's the difference between men and women.
Exactly.
Right.
But I don't gotta blame her
Right.
because she couldn't get there or she wasn't ready yet.
But what does-
it's me to move on and go to the next something body and see if it works there.
Right.
But what intent
that's the
does it
difference.
leave on you,
Who?
though?
It don't leave
It
no
don't,
dent.
it don't leave no dent.
Ever?
No, it could for some niggas, but it's not for me.
What dent?
Right.
What dent? I got
Right.
experience out here, like knowing
But
that
no,
everything ain't for you.
no, that's what I'm saying. That's the difference. That's the difference. A woman is going to hold that.
Yeah.
She's going to hold that. That's going to be.
It's just like-
going to be a scar.
Yeah, I get it. But it's just like your favorite pair of shoes that you coveted all your fucking life. You finally get enough money to buy it. And them motherfuckers hurt like a bitch.
Right.
They your size, but they hurt like a bitch. You get these little motherfuckers over here, they feel good. I'm not going to say, I'm not going to now go buy something else that I covet. It's just that motherfucking pair didn't work.
Right now, but a woman's eyes she's going to wear the shoes that hurt.
And that's on her. But if she keep putting them motherfuckers on, it ain't the shoes' fault. It's
Facts.
her fault.
Facts. I agree with you. I'm just telling you how they operate.
Why not get out of that?
They don't want to.
It's safe there.
Right.
What's safe?
Motherfuckers going
What's
hurt.
safe about fucking coins and collarses and bunions and shit?
Because she got control over
Right.
the fact that they tight
Okay.
and they hurt, and
But
she
these
gonna
are
have
the ones
to
she
them
wanted.
down. Right.
And
This
these
is
are the
what
ones we going to rock out with.
Right.
Until the wheels
I
fall
get
off.
it.
the
So
wheels
that's
fall
why I be
That's
so
what they call loyalty.
okay. That ain't loyalty.
That's what they
loyal
call
to
loyalty.
being. That's loyal to being dumb.
Right.
That's loyal to being passive. It's passive aggressive. That's why I be so uneasy when I see the ones that continue to keep complaining about things that they are no longer in, or things that they really do control. If you want it, go get it. If you don't, shut the fuck up.
I get it.
Like, honestly, is that not real? Because when we talk and
I
we
agree
in
with
our
you. I'm
feelings,
just saying.
whatever we call, we're sassy.
Right.
We oh man, oh my
We
God, look
complaining.
at men, they talking back now. We can't have an opinion. We can't have feelings. We can't talk shit. We gotta shut up and shut up and shut up. So if that's the case, why they can't?
Is that's not how the world works.
Okay.
It just
I need to
don't.
come outside more, man.
In
I'll be
fact.
stuck in the house. Like I don't know what the world look like
I
no
don't
more.
want to be outside.
It's not how the world works.
But that's where but my question my topic more or less was we know when is the one. You could feel it. Like we just said, we could feel it within minutes. And we allow that to continue to keep growing and breeding and getting better. Each, do women feel like there's the one, or do you have to work up to it? Oh, this person is the one.
No, I think they feel it. I just think we run from it more.
Right. Yeah, I'm not running.
Is there multiple the ones, or is it only the one?
I can't speak for all women, but I know for a good portion of women, there is one.
Yeah, it'd be one.
It'd be one.
It'd be one.
I mean, for men too.
Yeah.
It really could. It really is the one. You know who that is. You feel what that is. Good topic. Good topic. Congregation. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that there's the one for you? Have you met the one yet, or are you still in search of that person who you feel is your mate?
All right. We're gonna tackle this a topic from the congregation, but before we do that, since this goes with your topic, we're gonna do ideology now. So, in this week's ideology, people, no,
Oh, come on.
no.
Come on.
Nell likes to say this a lot, and then I see a lot of women or just people in general post this on Facebook, and it goes a little something like this. You think you have options, but you really don't have options. So this week we're going to talk about...
I say that?
Yeah, you do.
I got options, and I don't got no options?
Oh, you say that about them. You
They
say
got
that
options?
They think they got options, but they really don't have options. That's my question. That's my question.
Okay.
So, do y'all think that people think it's an illusion? Do people think they have options, but they don't really have options?
No, I mean, listen. I feel like everybody got options. They might not be good options. They may not be options that's worth shit. They may not be options that are.
But that's the basis of the question. So, do you feel like people's options are not good options?
Yeah, there's a lot of not good options out this motherfucker.
See, I don't feel that way.
You know?
Nah, I feel like my options are great.
Okay, that's you. But I'm just saying. Okay, well, generally speaking, I feel like people have options. Like, I wouldn't go as far as to say that there are no options for people. They got options out here. They might be a little fucked up.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I want to speak in the sense of people speak generally and say people don't really have options, and I don't believe that.
Yeah. And I think when I say that, it's more specific to the options that you creating for yourself, or you trying to put yourself in front of, or you're trying to do is you're trying to replace something that wasn't an option. It was a concrete. And what you are doing with these options that you are trying to align yourself with is you're trying to trick your own mind into thinking that you're progressing.
Right.
When you had a short concrete thing here.
Right, but could that also be judgmental?
Of what?
Could you be judging that, like, from your point of view? Like, she might feel like my other options is substantial. It is art.
Right.
We gonna talk. Let's have an honest
conversation.
conversation.
Of us.
Yeah, right. Let's have an honest conversation, man. Let's have some
Narcissism
transparency.
won't come out then, because that's call me whatever.
The other narcissist gonna come out.
Right. So if we talk about, like, let's keep it general.
Right.
But if we're saying you have a short concrete thing over here,
right.
You choose not to choose this concrete thing that you know what it is, and you are exploring other options because you're trying to replace.
Let's stay there now. Stay there now. You might feel like you're a sure concrete option. They might not feel that.
That's true.
Absolutely.
They feel like it. Yeah. They feel like it. They feel like it.
Is that the answer, Ish?
They feel like it.
That is no, but
Let's be honest.
You know why they feel like it?
Let's
because
be honest.
They are trying to create narratives that they've experienced already with others.
Let's be honest, people.
So here is the thing, Nell, because I think, and I have thought exactly that way.
Let's talk about it.
that way.
This is the
I
benefit
am
of the doubt
it.
couch.
It is.
Let's talk about it.
Listen, I have thought exactly that. I am it. I am her. I have beauty. I have brains. I have my shit together. I'm financially cool. I ain't where I want to be, but I'm financially cool. Like, I'm a little funny. You know what I mean? I like sex. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like I check a lot of boxes. Maybe not all of them, but I feel like I'm a little kind of creative. I'm a John, you know. But then T is absolutely right.
Yes.
I am a John to somebody, but I don't gotta be a John for that other body. And it took me a minute to really get to the point where I saw that, because I could be having conversations with somebody and I'd be like, what? Oh, you feel like it's cool to explore options? Why? Because this is it right here.
Kidding me?
But for them, it might not
This
be.
is now on the narcissist couch, y'all. This is now on the narcissist couch.
Hey.
Take the narcissist off of me. This is now on the narcissist.
But this is the thing, and you know what? As we sit here and you think about it, I never, ever, ever think I'm better than nobody. I never think option A, which could be me.
You just said you was the option.
No. But I gotta be real with the situation.
Right.
I can feel like I'm the shit. I can know that I'm the shit. But at the end of the day, to somebody else, it don't matter.
Right.
It don't matter. And you know what? I'm at this point of my life. If that's what you need to do to make yourself feel good and feel great, go choose option B, C,
All right,
D, and E.
I got an answer for that. Now, mind you, both of y'all could be the 1A option, right?
Yeah.
Could it also be possible that y'all not coming correct though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, you may be the best choice or the best option,
Right.
but you're not coming correct.
Absolutely.
Right.
So now, are you still the best option?
No. But this is the thing. What if you hold up? What if you are coming correct, right? And we talk about what we talked about last season, last topic. Person scared to come up there.
All right.
Is it my fault that you scared to come up them steps?
Right.
Or is it your fault that option A is going to elevate your fucking game, but option B and C going to keep you right down there?
Right, but that's why I specifically line these topics. This shit is coming together beautifully. I'm about to show y'all. This shit is coming together
Let it come.
beautifully. Now, we talked about trust, right?
Yeah, trust.
Now, what if you're option A, but I don't trust you?
And that's facts. Okay, that could be it.
Let
I
me
could
go.
not be coming correct.
All right.
Or it could be a matter of trust, or whatever the case may be, but is the foundation
Yeah.
solid enough, and other things can be worked
How
out.
can the foundation be solid if I don't trust you?
What is that trust based on?
That's what I was getting ready to
But the
say.
trust could be
Trust is
based on
your actions.
No, because my actions could really not be
Be what you
were
perceive
perceiving.
it to be.
We know everybody hasn't had experience,
I'm
so if
with
your
y'all.
experience is tricking you to think that,
I'm with y'all. and I agree with y'all, but that don't change my perceiving.
absolutely, that's your perspective.
Right, and that's your perspective. It doesn't mean that it stands in fact.
But it could.
See, this
Good
is
for
what
who? Just
For
you know,
me.
for you.
for you,
Right.
absolutely. And you know
Right.
what? Let's play on this. Real quick. Let's
Let's
talk about
go.
it. Let's talk. Let's play. So, let's say that is the perspective that you have. Oh, you doing this, you doing that, and I know in my heart of heart I'm not. It's not what you think it is. I have a level of an obligation to show you that that is not the case. I'm going to do my due diligence to show you that it's not, and that's up to you to believe it or not. And if you choose not to believe it, I still have a level of obligation to show. But after a certain point, I can't show but so much. That's up to you to either let it go or continue to run with the narrative.
Right, I agree with you, and it all sounds like good wine, but what I'm asking is, I remember this because I lived it.
Mm-hmm.
So I could be the best option, but I was also a player. So am I the best option?
No. You were a player. Right? Let's say you were a player. You was doing your thing. That's a whole different situation. Now you're not option A no more.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's the thing.
So the
What if you
greatest
are not-
option
what if you
could
aren't-
also not be the best option.
Absolutely. But what if you
I-
no? Okay. But what if you've learned through experience, because you said in your younger years you were a player. That's different now.
And
Right?
the foundation of you
Yes,
is
the
still
found-
there
yes.
outside of being a player.
Yeesh, but back to topic A. Trust.
But did you hear? So you know what? I live in my brain, right? Because my brain says.
But you live there alone.
No. But I live. In
You do.
No, I do live there alone. But this the thing. You can't expect for me to not hold you hostage for untruth that you created, and then expect for me to move on.
Exactly.
You got to be able to negotiate through that as well. So my thing is, all right, cool. If we're here, and as Ish said, if the foundation has been built, a past mistake or a past characteristic flaw now could be a whole lot different through age and maturity, or your option A, right? You being option A and you being the only option at the time now isn't the option. And you see, damn, you know what? This person exploring other options. I need to get my shit together before I lose.
Right.
I lose my one.
Let's stay there. Ish, in that instance, are women still trusting a nigga?
No. You lose their trust.
What are we talking
They
about?
lose their trust over the first little thing.
Right, and that's what I was getting ready to say. And it all too depends on the woman that you're dealing with, because some women are able to see the
Yeesh.
foundation in the individual
Yeesh.
and know that he's
Let's
going to fall
have
short.
an honest conversation.
Can't.
Let's have an honest conversation. This woman could be like, yes, he's working on himself. Yes, he's being better. In the back of her mind, she's still going to have that button.
Let me go.
All right, well, is it going to
No, I don't wanna let you go. You're the best option.
Let me go.
You're the best option.
You can't play with me.
You're
I'm
the
not a
best
toy. You can't put me on a. You can't take me off the shelf every time you want to play and then put me back when you.
No,
wanna
I'm
do-
not even playing with you. See, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying though, you can't let. If I said let me go
But why?
because I'm not your option.
But you are my option.
Am I?
Are selfish.
And if I'm your option, why are you going to see B, C, and D?
I'm not going to be C and D. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all taking it. Y'all.
All right, so I'm your option.
You're my option. I'm not going to my other option.
what we doing?
You're option A. But I still know that you used to be a player.
Okay.
That's not leaving.
That's not leaving my mind.
Right.
Then you know what? Then you're hurting yourself. If you don't want to see the growth and maturity in me, you want me to see you as who you are standing in front of me now. You gotta judge me as the character who is standing in front of you now,
I
not
agree
on
with
my
you.
past mistakes or missteps.
No, I agree with you.
All have those.
I agree with you. Who am I pointing at?
Each doesn't.
Thank you.
Each. So now we're both pointing at you. Tell us why y'all can't get past that, or why can't y'all judge us for who we are now instead of what we were in the past.
Well, if y'all heard me say, me, Aisha, if you heard me say, I said the foundation is important.
This is what I'm telling you. The foundation is that he was a player. That's the foundation.
But
That's
that
not
is
the
not
foundation.
his
That's not the
Yes, it
foundation.
is.
It's not the foundation.
How is that not the foundation?
How is that's a characteristic flaw?
No,
in
that's
my
the
opinion.
foundation.
No, the foundation was I was an option. I got to be an option for some reason, some good reasons.
Right.
You're an option because you're great. That don't take away from the fact that you're a player.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
That's
that
a
your
that's a room in the
foundation is not
that's a
good.
room in the house.
Right.
That's a room in the house. That's not the foundation.
That's a room
That
in the
is
house.
the foundation to a girl who was hurt from you being a player. What are we talking about?
Well, yeah, but that's derived from a basis of a certain point.
Right.
From a certain person who has been marred or hurt or scarred. If you're talking about a person who doesn't think or come from that place, even if they have been hurt or scarred, they're looking and caring for an individual based on his foundation.
Right.
Not
The foundation was he was a player. You stay with me. What I'm speaking of is you get into this relationship and he's everything you need him to be. He's option A, but he's also a player. You don't know this, but he's also a player. Now you find out that he's a player. That's the foundation. Starts there. I'm telling you, they're never going to fucking.
Never gonna forget that.
Yes.
Never gonna forget that.
let's
could be
let's
every-
have
you
an
could
honest
have-
conversation.
Yes, I agree.
Now he changed and everything, but his foundation is that he was a player.
Yeah, all the good shit that came was just good shit you
Right.
experienced. But you only gonna rest your
Yeah,
laurels
really.
on, what you perceive that player look to be.
Right.
I can't relate.
But no, you
But
can't relate.
Right,
I need you to
I'm
take
speaking on women.
I do,
Yeah.
Yeah, I do understand what you're saying, and I am speaking from just my point of view. So it is difficult because I can only see how I would move and how I would think and what I would pull from that individual. He could still be in my face and still be doing X, Y, and Z, and I could still only see the good in him. But that's me, so I get it. But I think if you're speaking of women who can't see past that, that is just because we hold on to the hurt so much. We harbor it. It festers. It builds up. It controls. It taps into our minds and every single thought, every waking moment. So yeah, it's difficult for somebody to not be able to outlive that because of what is being held on to. So I do see that and I get it, and it's never going to
Are
change.
y'all is that
Never
hypocritical?
going to change.
Well,
Is it no? Because we got to look at these type of traits.
I don't know if it's
You
hypocritical.
gotta
That's
be
what I'm
thinking.
saying.
No. Because if you can hold me to that
Right.
as my standard,
Right.
you don't hold yourself to standards that you show me that wasn't favorable
Well,
or
that's a
tasteful
fact.
to me.
Nobody does that.
But but you can't. That again a situation where you're being fair? You're not being fair.
Right,
And
you're
that's
not
why I
being
said back to what we talked about first. I don't need you to perform.
Right.
I need you to perform because I know what performing looks like.
But they're performing.
I don't need you to sit up here and
I need
build
you to
your
know that.
trust
I need
in
you to
me.
know that they're performing.
I don't need you to build your trust because you're fucking flawed. You're going to do something that's going to make me question you, but I'm still going to fuck with you.
What I'm saying is that I need you to know that she's performing. So when you meet somebody, they're performing.
Yeah, I know.
So the way that she's carrying you is not going to be the way that she carries you once y'all get cemented.
Most definitely. I know that to be a fact.
Right.
I know that to be a whole entire fact.
What changes? Comfortability.
Comfort, yeah. Comfort, or she's just going back to being who she really is. Like, she might meet Nell and be like, Nell is great. So since Nell is great, I'm going out of my way to try to match his greatness. But she's not really fucking great. So at some point, she's going to come back down to who she really fucking is. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I can agree with that.
absolutely.
I can agree with that.
Absolutely. That's real life.
Right.
Absolutely. But you know who does that but doesn't do that in a way of maliciousness? The one.
Right.
The one. The one doesn't do that. The one is going to, again, we're all performing. It's a performance. Right? We're showing up, putting our best foot forward because that's what we should try to do. Right? But the best foot forward is going to stay there.
Right.
It's going to show, you're going to show me your qualities and you're going to show me your shit. Right? Motherfucker don't want shit in front of you. When they get comfortable, they farting and shit in front of you. Be real from the start or be somewhat you more often than you're not.
I think the one is the one who's more compatible with you.
Yes.
The other people are just
Alright.
people that you're just choosing just for happenstance.
Is the one, like I think people confuse the one, right? Because they think the one is the person who is just like them.
Right.
And it's not. It is your complete opposite. In a sense. People know, because it's the one has qualities that you lack and makes up in areas that is your difference. I could be a kindred spirit. That person can be
That's not the one.
that person can be very, very monotone and very relaxed and very chill. I could be very aggressive. That motherfucker can be very calm. And that when you get around them, they calm you the fuck down. A lot of qualities come out of the one. You know who the one is.
I think that's specific base. So that may be your specific base.
Yeah, that's my one.
Because my specific base, I need it to be like me.
You need somebody that's the fuck. You need somebody that's always in the mix just like you.
I don't need you to be always in a mix, but I need you to be like, we have to have things in common. We have to be compatible. Because if you're my opposite, where do we bond?
But it could be as now. Everybody's different. Everybody likes and needs are different, right? Because I might need somebody that's going to be slowed the fuck down because I'm so fucking in a rush to do. I'm in the rush and I'm going somewhere. I need to pull that person is pulling me to that point of, oh shit, I can't fucking always.
Like opposites annoy me. People that are opposites annoy me.
Not me.
And is that simply just because that you can't find a common ground with them because they're opposite?
Right. So it's just like, if I'm watching sports, you watching sports. I don't want to hear that shit all day. It's going to start to annoy me.
So what signs? What are November,
start to
December,
annoy
and January signs? I already know what January is.
Watch sports.
November is Scorpio.
And I'm a Capricorn.
What's the December?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius, Capricorn.
Yeah.
Right. So what is it again?
Scorpio.
Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Cancers are fucking crazy.
Capricorn.
Thanks.
Okay.
Oh, Cancers, you said?
No. Capricorns, Scorpios, and
You said Cancer, though.
oh no, fuck that. Cancers are decent.
I was about to say what?
Scorpios and Capricorns, because that dominates December and January, right?
Right.
All right. So Scorpios and fucking Capricorns are fucking throat.
No.
Could be.
Sagittarius and Capricorn dominate December and January.
Yeah, what East said. November, December, and January. Whatever East said is the fucking crazy signs. You dig? They fucking crazy.
We the crazy son.
They are.
We the
They
crazy.
fucking sometime by motherfucking polar. They could be cool one day. They could be fucking not cool the next day.
Gemini.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, shout out to them Geminis that I know.
as they get older, they start to definitely get in their little bag. I wanted to choke slam the shit out of my mom the other fucking day. But I love your mom. Mother's Day is coming around the corner. But Capricorn, but you know, they good people, but they got their shit with them.
Everybody got their shit.
Yeah, everybody got their shit.
Everybody got
with
their shit. So that doesn't annoy
them.
you.
Them two motherfuckers.
Those shit don't annoy you, don't know? That opposite shit don't annoy you?
The opposite shit don't annoy me, not to a point, right? Because I don't like. I'm so Nell. I'm so tuned in.
Like I'm a simple person. Like I want to watch a rom-com. You want to watch fucking some drama shit.
But somebody that's your opposite.
Right.
Like you want to watch the game.
Right.
They don't want to watch the game. So you know what they do?
That's annoying to me.
No, they let you watch the game.
No, see that's defeating the purpose.
They let you watch the game, but they go in the other room.
Watching together.
Right.
You want to watch it together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what are
That
we
person
watching
might be like,
together?
you know what? You watch the game, right? I'm going to the living room and watch the motherfucking. I'm gonna watch Lifetime.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a person of togetherness.
Yeah.
So
I love it together in the show.
if we can't do it together, now I'm annoyed.
But I might watch one game. I don't gotta watch all 8. I might watch the Sixers. And
What are you
fuck
watching
everybody
with
else.
her?
After the game. We turn it on her channel.
But what if it's some shit that you don't want to
Right,
watch?
that's what I was gonna say. And it's your opposite.
Right.
So what if it's some shit that you
Easy. She laying there. We watching TV. I'm laying there. She laying on my chest watching her fucking show, and I'm on my phone.
Oh, see, I don't want to do that. That's annoying to me.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Wouldn't that be? That would be annoying.
Annoyed with
Like,
what?
nigga, get out your phone.
Yeah, don't be in your
She
phone.
watching her show.
But we
I'm
supposed to be
watching
doing
again.
this together.
Are doing together. You laying on my chest. I'm rubbing your little dumb
But
ass.
and you know what's gonna
I'm
be
rubbing your
crazy?
back.
Some people are gonna be like, "Oh no, it's cool. He could be on his phone and all of that." Knowing deep down,
They don't want you on your phone.
Fact.
they're not gonna want you in your phone. They not gonna want you in your phone.
Your person is your person. They accepting of anything,
Right.
and you are too. So there's a lot of dynamics that go into that person shit. Your person make you do things that you just don't really be into doing, and make you change your thought pattern. And be like,
Right.
you know what? Fuck this game. We're going to watch Lifetime today, or we're going to watch Home and Garden Channel, and we're going to go out here and watch some DI shit.
That's a fact. But to me, wouldn't it be better that she like watching the game? The fuck?
Nigga need to go date Angel Reese.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I bet you Jada Waiter ain't trying to watch no damn game.
So
Jada Waiter is a smash, dog. Who said you was laying up with that? Fuck we talking about?
Whoopi, I'm watching it. I could watch whatever I want with Whoopi.
I can't. You and
Whoopi don't want to watch that, dog. Whoopi ain't watching the Cowboys.
Game?
Whoopi ain't watching the Cowboys, dog.
She gotta watch a couple because she gotta talk about it on The View.
No, she don't. No, she don't.
Nell and Whoopi is hilarious.
No, you ever went to the movies with somebody that fell asleep in a movie?
Me?
No, I'm talking about you. It's a movie that you went to watch and they fell asleep with the full movie. I mean, so how would you feel?
I don't know. I'm watching the fucking movie, man.
Hey.
Like what they I'm just more or less like she comfortable. Like those little shit that don't bother me. If long as if she's in there, she sleep and she's nodded or whatever, she comfortable. That's all I'm looking at it as.
I'm a Capricorn, so I'm a person of purpose. So this is your purpose of fucking being here.
So your purpose of being here is watching this fucking movie.
Exactly. We came to the fucking movie to watch the movie.
She can't nod out.
No,
She
we can
fall
stay
asleep
home for
in
that.
the movie or in the at home and y'all in the bed.
No, at the movie.
No, at the movie.
Oh yeah, no. I don't do that.
Man,
But
stay
if we
home.
laying down and I'm
Don't take me
cuddling,
to the motherfucking
it
movie.
might
Stay
be a
home,
minute
dog.
that I'm going to start.
That shit is fucking annoying to me. If we home, cool. But if we at the movies, you could have fucking took a nap earlier.
Facts. That would annoy me.
That shit is annoying to me. Like, what are we doing?
No,
That's the purpose.
That's not annoying to me. Ordering $1 million for food at the movie theater is fucking annoying
facts.
to
Facts.
me. Like,
I can't eat
Go to sleep right
snacks.
You can eat snacks, but how much shit you got? You got fucking popcorn, goopers,
and the movie I
sodas,
Yo,
a fucking what is that, Joe? The slushy,
Slushy.
a soda.
Nigga, the movie that I want to go to is the one that got the food.
The tavern.
Nigga, I want to eat that type of
Right.
shit. You ain't gotta get you can get
Yeah.
to a little platter.
Yeah, why you
and a
got them
soda.
snacks?
You ain't gotta get 2 meals
Right.
and
Oh yeah.
the extra side. Come on.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm annoyed with that. I'm not annoyed with you falling the fuck to sleep.
I'm annoyed with you falling asleep because now I can't talk to you about the movie. That's what I'm talking about.
Talk
I
about
am
the movie.
purpose. Yes, nigga.
did.
What you
You
think
know-
I came
you
here
know
to this
T
movie
is an
for?
intellectual.
Yes. What you think I came to see this movie for?
Y'all sitting there having a conversation while the movie going?
No, after the movie, we're
after
gonna
the
talk
movie.
about
Oh,
the
okay,
movie.
after the movie. I thought
you
you-
were asleep. I can't even
Can't
talk
even
to you about
her
this
about
shit.
the movie, right?
You cool, babe? You alright? You straight? You tired?
fuck?
Go home and lay down.
I
Run you
can't.
like, damn, I'll run you a bath water when you get home. We can go to sleep. You did? Like, that's little
No,
shit. that-
falling asleep in the movies is wild.
No, it's not. Because you know what's beautiful? Y'all watching a movie, you pull a little motherfucker close to you like this, she laying on you, she sleep, you laying there, you watching your movie, everything is cool, but motherfucker, instead of you get in your car, you go home, you
All right. Is
Like,
this
that's
all right?
cute.
All right. Is it still cool when she say, "What happened"? Is it still cool when she be like, "We need to see it again"? I want to sleep.
Oh,
You know what's going on?
Is it still cool? I'm asking. Is it still cool?
It's still cool, because I probably do want to see it again.
And then she falls asleep again. Is it still cool?
Benefit of the doubt.
Yes.
You know what I'm going to do?
Is it still cool?
You know what, yo?
Now she fell asleep again and she still asking.
You know what?
Damn, I missed it.
It's my fault. It's my fault again. You know why? 'Cause
Now that would piss you
No.
all the way the fuck
It's
out.
my fault again because I took her to the 9 o'clock movie. I should have took her to the 3 o'clock movie.
I can't. Now we gotta go to the 3 o'clock movie with the kids. The babies. Kids and babies screaming. See? All this shit annoys me.
Called making
All of these things
exceptions.
annoys me, bro.
Making exceptions.
Bro, all these things annoy me. Kids fucking screaming, babies in there watching the movie with y'all. All this shit's annoying, dog.
I can't.
Don't go to sleep with C at the movie.
That's what I was about to say. Ladies, don't fall asleep at the movie.
Don't order $1 million for food. Get one box of Raisin Nuts and a fucking soda and sit down and watch the movie. So when y'all get in the car,
We can
y'all
talk about
discuss the movie.
That's what I'm gonna
Facts.
say. And make sure to pay attention.
Facts. That's number one annoying.
Then when y'all get back to the location, you gotta write a book report for him too.
You gotta write a book report for me. But Nell, you know what happens? They'll say, well, what was this about? And you know why you don't know what it was about? Because you wasn't paying attention. You wasn't watching.
I feel like
I'm about
Kangi.
purpose.
Yeah, Kangi. I don't know if y'all can see it in T's. Yes, the Kang. I don't know if you can see it, but I can sure feel it.
He's
He
triggered.
is like,
Radiating.
cause y'all, it's radiating. It is all in this studio. I tell you, y'all might not be able to feel it out there, but trust me, we are feeling it.
My man said, "Don't go to
It's
sleep.
purpose,
Don't
man.
go to
It's
sleep.
purpose. It's
Get
purpose.
2 items."
It's purpose. It's purpose. Now, if that was the case, we could stay home. It's purpose. Like, it's purpose when we even spend quality time together. If we spending quality time together and you over there sitting on your phone, that's not quality time for me.
Absolutely,
I agree.
absolutely.
I could have stayed home and you could have stayed home.
I agree.
What are we doing?
So if she on her phone, are you ripping the phone out her hand and talking?
No, I'm not ripping. I'm
You
just
talking
looking
about-
at you. I ain't even saying shit. I'm just looking at you. That's what we doing? Okay.
Are you gonna have an attitude for the rest of the day?
No, I'm not even gonna have an attitude. I've just noted it.
Okay. There's no.
Duly noted.
It's noted.
Maybe I got all the time because I just be forgetting. I just don't let shit allow that to like I'm a in the moment type of motherfucker. Like I don't let shit get onto a notepad and then I discuss it weeks from now or bring it up. I need in order for me to feel better, like it feel like it's like gas. I gotta release that shit because if I don't, that shit is only gonna hurt me. Yeah. So I'm a in the moment type motherfucker. Like I gotta say what I gotta say, and once I say what I gotta say, it's the fuck done. Like we can argue. Once we finish, I'm the fuck past that. I'm back to normal.
So this is what I'm saying. So say you messing with somebody, y'all together, whatever, and she come over for like the whole weekend, but nothing happens. Mm-hmm. You still not annoyed?
No. See. Nothing happens. Like what? We don't.
Hold on. Yo, stay the fuck home. Please stay the fuck home.
No, I'm not annoyed. I'm not annoyed.
Enjoy yourself, good brother.
You annoyed if
I'm a person about purpose. Why are you here?
Could just be she want to be in your presence. She might have wanted. She might have wanted to be in your smell. Like she might have missed your smell. She might have wanted to. Your bed might be comfortable. She might just wanted to be around you.
You know how you show that?
I second mine.
Exactly. The fuck are we talking about?
I already knew he was going to say that. Well, no, how you show
the fuck are we talking about?
Yo,
we need to cut it the fuck out, man. We gonna have honest conversations.
He asked for a Jane yesterday. No, that's not it. Yes. Go get him something different.
I'm just saying, it's purpose. What is quality time?
That's purpose.
No, but I think
not purpose.
That's not.
No.
Wow.
But as a woman, though, I do agree with you there. I do think that is meaningful, right? Because things can definitely get lost, especially with the age of cell phones and social media and all of that stuff. So I kind of do understand what you mean.
So it's just like this now.
You don't always have to have a purpose to be around your person.
Oh, yes, the fuck you do for me.
But but what's the?
I got other shit
if I'm your
do,
person, what is? I have to have a purpose to be around you.
But I think he's not saying like purpose as in okay, it's got to be a purpose. But we're going to make this time be meaningful. Right. Okay.
Absolutely.
We're going to make this time be meaningful. Yes, you could just be in my presence, but in my presence, we could catch a movie. We could watch a movie together. Sure. We can engage in a good conversation and discuss.
But if they have a movie day, they watch movies, they engage in a meaningful conversation. If the sex is not had, that's not purpose.
No, the sex don't have to be had.
No.
I'm just talking about the time.
The time.
So it's like
right.
this. So it's like this. So it's like, so say if she came to stay with you for the weekend, but y'all didn't have one conversation, you not annoyed? I'll be annoyed like a motherfucker. Why are you here, sis?
Right. And we not fucking?
Yes, and we not fucking?
I just feel like I needed to be under you.
You not under me though.
But that's not, yeah. No, I do get that. Because I get it.
You not under me though. You just here.
Kongi, look, check it out. If y'all go check y'all.
You cool with that though? Hold on. You cool that she came through for the weekend? Y'all didn't even have a conversation. Fuck sex. Y'all didn't even have a conversation. You cool?
I'm an introvert.
Are you okay with that? But that's what I'm saying. Then that might work for you.
Right.
No, I'm just saying though, like sometimes, like I don't want it to get lost in translation that your presence is not enough.
Right.
Your presence is enough.
But that's a part of that is presence to me.
Okay, so if we have a meaningful conversation and we had a couple words and we chill watching movies together and we laid up on each other and we whatever.
That's presence. That's what I call presence. Just you being in the room or in the house with me is not presence to me.
But I think it gets like that too the more you see a person. Mm-hmm. So like if you're constantly around this person, then it could be times where nothing's happening. And
nothing meaning what?
Like, that they're just there. They're just not just sex or anything, but they're just there. Like not much conversation is had. Maybe there's rest going on or something like that. I think that can happen the more you see a person.
Right. So my question in that is, what was the purpose?
Well, the purpose is we're always together.
Some people need that.
And so
some people that need it.
That's what I mean. I hate that shit.
Right.
Don't just have me around to have me around.
Yeah.
But if I'm your person, Like if I'm your person, then and we enjoy being around each other, and then just
If
sometimes
we enjoy being around each other, we should be doing something together. Hello?
yeah. But what if it's times that you got a headache and you don't want to talk?
That's fine. Then you should be laying on my arm or something.
Oh yeah, well yeah, stuff like
What
that.
are we talking about?
You just mean like those individuals who just don't do nothing.
I'm saying that y'all in the crib together now. Every time you go upstairs, she go downstairs. You go upstairs, she go downstairs.
No, I don't play that. I don't play that. I don't play that.
Yeah,
I don't play the separate room shit. We're not in the separate room. We're in the same room, in the same circumference together. I don't like that. You over here, I'm over here shit.
Yeah.
I will never be in that type of vibe.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not a vibe. That's
what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can't go downstairs and I'm upstairs or whatever. Now, if it's game day and you choose to be an Eagles fan and I'm a Cowboys fan and I want to watch my fucking game, you want to watch the game, that's diffy.
I'm cool with that.
Let me ask you something. So, how do you combat that?
What you mean?
Like, okay, I know you duly noted. Like, I know you noted. But how do you combat it? Like, what do you do? If this is your person, like, if it's just somebody, obviously, that you just getting to know or whatever, like, you don't have to deal with that shit. You be like, all right, sis, like, you ain't coming over no more. Like, this ain't that. But what if it's your person and, times like that happen?
At some point, this is going to be a conversation.
You know what I want to try? I want to try putting my big toe in somebody's nose.
I cannot.
I would
My
love
person
it.
knows. You would? Like if we laying there.
I'm a goofball.
Yeah, like if I'm laying there, I'm trying to see if the next time I'm gonna see if my big toe can fit in your nose, and I want to see if you can take it. Like that's fun.
Let me answer the question.
Your feet stink.
Let me
They
answer.
don't stink though.
Hold on, y'all.
I'm real cocky about my
Let me
feet.
answer the question. So, Ish, in your question, that would be a conversation, and I would clearly say, what is the purpose then? You can stay home, or I can stay home.
And they gonna be like, this nigga is so ungrateful.
That's not ungrateful. It's purpose.
See,
I don't want to be just around you just to be in the same circumference. It don't
something
have
has to happen.
Right. It don't have to be sex, but are we not having a conversation?
Yeah, we're gonna have a conversation. But does the conversation have to be detailed, in-depth conversation? Or can it just be little whatever the case may be?
Oh, fuck, I'm sorry.
But I'm saying though, are you allowing yourself to have just whatever conversation, like little
Yeah, we can have a.
But does it have to be meaningful conversation?
No, it could be a bullshit conversation, but what I'm saying is there has to be some level of engagement.
You need some type of stimulation other than just presence.
Right. Like, I don't want to just be like, are you here? I'm here. We here together. No, we're not here together, actually.
So
we're
what-
just in the same space.
So let's say it's just y'all watching movies, y'all chilling, she laying on you, and there's nothing said. Is
I'm
that
cool with that. Because
okay?
we're still touching.
We're touching. Okay. Yeah. Butt rubs,
yeah.
back rubs. Okay.
I'm good. I'm good with quiet.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm not good with separation. Like, I'm not good with I'm sitting here and you sitting over there on your phone. Why are you here?
Yeah.
You could have stayed home for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
but back to the topic, people, on the option thing. So let's break down the options. Why do y'all feel like they're not viable options? Do people feel like because this narcissist couch, because y'all better than their options, they shouldn't view them as options?
No, I think people are always going to if there's something that's maybe lacking in the person in option A,
Right.
they're always going to view their options. Even if they think option A is a good option, they're still going to view other options because there may be something in option A that just is missing for them. So they're going to view those other options, but they're entitled to that.
Do you look down on their options, though?
Yes.
Fucking right.
Not me.
Right.
Fuck your option.
Yeah, who that hoe?
He ugly as shit.
No.
I get
You know what I mean? He ugly as shit.
He ugly as shit.
Yeah, that bitch is whack. Like, but no, I mean,
Don't
is
let me
it
get
right?
Don't let me get a hold of his picture.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. What
He's
if?
so
Hold on, Each, because I got it. No. What if he ugly as shit, but he buying flowers?
All right. Congratulations.
So you may look at him like,
No, that's what's up. Congratulations. He bought you flowers.
but she happy that somebody's buying me flowers because you wouldn't do it.
Ugly man bought you flowers.
Ugly man bought me flowers. You wouldn't do it though.
And you know what? That's for me to learn from, right? Because I'm not oblivious to learning. I'm not oblivious to correcting my wrong. I know I'm the better man. I know I'm option. Fuck that. I'm not no option. Like, let's split up. I stand alone. I'm not no fucking option. So get me out the option category. Fuck that. I am him. I am him. I'm the better man. I'm gonna learn from my prior mistakes and like, you know what? I need to step up and be. You know what I mean? And I need to buy the flowers.
Right.
They died in 24 hours. I bought them. I got them so she had them.
Right.
She could enjoy them in that time that she needed to have them.
Right. So my point is you can't look down on other people's options just because you might feel like you're better than that option.
Bro.
What's up?
I mean,
It's
you
cool,
can look down
'cause
on them. You
it's-
really
I'm not
can.
gonna look down on
But
them.
it's only bothering you. Like
I'm not gonna look down on them. I'm gonna just let the sneaker world look on them more on our podcast when I bring them on there for this bad fit or this bad and say, look at this motherfucker.
Right.
And let you see that this person ain't that.
right, but she gonna be smiling from ear to ear because he bought her flowers.
Yeah. But then you know what happened though? Yeah, he bought her the flowers, right? But now she's going to try to implement
made her feel
into
good.
him things that I've done, and he can't carry that
That's
torch.
not necessarily
Can't
true.
carry that torch.
That's not necessarily true.
Very necessarily true.
That's not necessarily true. And I agree with you that some women do that, but some women be like, I'm happy with the treatment over here.
Yeah, and you know what? Again, like I said before, that is for me to look at it from a different perspective and be like, you know what? I need to do this. And I'm not oblivious to doing it. I like to learn. I like to correct my shit. I don't want to stay the same. I'm not the same as I was yesterday. So that's me saying, you know what? This is for my mom. This is for my person. I'm gonna make sure the little motherfucker got some flowers.
Listen, all I want to say to the people is that, yes, you may be the better option. But guess what option B, C, and D is not doing? Getting on their fucking nerves.
That's bullshit. I'm just getting on their fucking nerves too.
Well, they
That's
might
why
not be getting on
that's why
their
after-
nerves.
No. That's why after B came C, and after C came D, because B was doing something that wasn't doing enough.
Not true,
He's trying to
no.
replace that with C and D and now.
Not true, no. That's what I'm saying. Y'all looking at options as replacements. Options are not looked at just as replacements. It's looked at as options.
Yeah, ain't shit
Different.
replacing me, man.
It's different.
Ain't shit replacing me.
It's different, not replacing.
Yeah, nothing's replacing me. Fuck that.
But they different than you.
I don't give a fuck about them niggas.
They don't need to replace you. They just need to be different than you.
Then go be with them on a full-time basis. I'm cool with it.
And not only that,
Because
they can.
if I'm sitting here like I can't do this shit and I wasn't enough,
Right.
and it took her to go get something else, then I'm not enough.
Right, but nobody's saying that you're not enough. You're choosing to not be enough.
No. But did you hear me say I'm gonna step up,
Right.
and I'm gonna do what I need to do. So it ain't even no more confusion at this point. Because after that, I'm beating everybody the fuck up.
I can't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we choosing violence.
No, but point is like, what's the
Choose
point?
violence.
Yeah, we choosing violence. Yeah, you choosing violence too? Yeah.
gotta
Y'all
always
talk
choosing
about. Y'all
violence.
gotta start
Say
looking at
no.
the couches different here.
I know. But listen, what I was gonna say is too, yeah, he may be different and he may not get on, or I mean, you know, on your nerves or whatever the case may be, but that is momentarily. Eventually, something's going to happen.
That goes back to my initial point, Ish. I think everybody has momentarily to shit. They all are inconsistent. So what are we talking about?
Right. So that's what
Is it
I would be
thing?
saying as option A. Like, okay, well, it might be different right now.
It's option
and sis
A.
might not be doing this.
You are
just
momentarily too,
It's like,
sis.
it's just like
What we talking
No,
about?
it's just like taking a trip. Home is home. Trip is a momentary fucking fantasy that you're going to live out for a few days, but you still gotta come the fuck home.
Do you though?
You do.
You don't.
You're not rich.
You eventually gonna find your ass back
And
here.
you know what?
That's
and
not
you
true.
know what they say?
That's not true. Cause look, the trip, they got their own crib too.
And the trip may be fun
Airbnb,
and all
that's
of
somebody
that.
else's crib.
No, it's their crib. It's their crib.
For a week.
No, forever.
But listen,
Just stay there with me.
dig this now. The nigga who don't like trips. Using that as an example.
Just using the acknowledgement.
He's talking about, but the trip.
The trip. Oh, yeah, the trip.
Trip.
Yes, sir.
But you know what though? This is a great learning experience, right? Because when you look at it from a perspective of how it's being taught to you, because we all have cocky moments, we all have those brash and narcissistic mindsets that I'm the best option.
Right.
When you are their best option, but there are other options out there, and you can't take that for granted.
Facts.
And I never take that for granted. I'm never going to say that this person doesn't have options or can't have options, even if I feel like I'm the best option or the only option. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, or there's doubt or there's inconsistencies, then a person is going to go that route. So if you want to shore up your spot, you have to forever be willing to
Preach,
change.
good brother, preach.
You have to be willing to change and evolve. And that's not just for men.
Right.
That's for all of us. Because we can't sit back as women and think, as a woman, oh, I got him, I'm cool, I ain't got to do nothing but just show up and be here and pop a little pussy. No. And as men, we can't just think, oh, I'm going to just knock her off a few times, buy her little flowers, and, give her a couple forehead kisses, and she cool. No, we got to be ever present. And I need to learn how to do that. We all need to learn how to do that at a better rate.
Preach, good brother, preach, man. And that was my whole point of this.
But I'm still that, man. I ain't going to say
Nobody's
I'm still
saying
her.
that you ain't
He's
that
still
nigga,
her.
man. No, nobody's saying
And
that
she
y'all.
don't want you to come over if you ain't got nothing to say.
Nobody's saying that y'all not who y'all are. All I'm saying is, don't shit on people and say that they don't have options because you think that you're their best option.
Absolutely.
Because you could be their best option. That don't mean that you're their only option.
Yeah, I know I'm not nobody's only option. I know people can get their own shit and do what they own do. But that's why I said, cool, if I'm not enough, then don't keep me around. Go.
That's what I mean. Though you keep
play.
taking it there. That's the violation.
play.
That is the fault that kills people, man. That's the fault that kills people, man.
No, but I'm saying though, I don't want to be that person that you lose yourself to. I don't want to be that person that you got hurt and you so dejected for the next person if we decide to disband. Don't, like, if I'm that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I like what you said earlier when you said, "Let me just fix this shit."
Let me fix it,
Easy
yeah.
fix.
No, let me fix it. Absolutely, because if I'm willing to fix it and I'm mature enough to see the error in my ways,
Right.
I'm gonna fix it.
It's an easy
It's
fucking
an easy
fix.
fix. Yeah, don't kill me, don't crucify me. Let me fix it.
Right.
And let us both fix it. Let us
Right.
both mature and fix it.
That's a fact.
We're gonna leave that part. Cut the other part.
It's
Edit
an
this
easy.
shit.
It's
That
a
better be out.
it's an easy fucking fix, man. That's all I'm saying, people. It's an easy fucking fix. Don't, get trapped in your own mind and trick your own self out of your spot because you feel like, because you know what happens now? That person A who feels like they're the greatest option, they feel like, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do to you.
Always.
Because I'm the best option.
I never feel that way. I never take nobody for granted.
Yeah.
I'll never take nobody for granted. That's crazy.
And that's how they feel. And that's the fault that I said that's the killer. When you feel like you the best option is so you could do whatever the fuck you want to do to that person.
Right.
That's a valuable lesson that people gotta learn. Don't fall down that fucking slippery slope. This was a great episode. Shout out to y'all. No, what's up? On the 60 seconds.
NBA, y'all been watching Game 7 with the crew, T and Mike. Y'all been seeing that the NBA is definitely heating up. We are now in the second round of the playoffs with, a number of different teams aligning themselves for, a nice little run at the NBA Finals. New York is definitely doing their thing. OKC is doing their thing. Minnesota is doing their thing. Who would thought that the Minnesota Timberwolves would have the defending champions in the position that they are in right now and dominating them. So we'll see. A lot of if you watch Game 7, you've seen that they talked about some of the players who won awards. Shout outs to my team and Aisha's team. 76ers Tyrese Maxey, most improved player in the NBA this season. Jokic, the 3-time MVP winner. I thought Shea Gilgeous-Alexander was robbed, but, they gave it to Jokic. But we're starting to see this league is now starting to change face. And we're seeing the young kids taking over. So, the changing of the guard is happening this season in these playoffs. And shout out to those guys. Other than that, the NFL season is quickly approaching. Training camp will be starting for a number of teams in the next couple of months. We had some mini camps of those teams who drafted the players that were drafted in the NFL draft go to their teams and do some mini camp drills and things like that. So the NFL's hot on its heels, and right after the NBA crowns its champion, we'll run right into the NFL season as well. So it's heating up outside. It's heating up, in the sport world as well. Other than that, keep an eye out for another Intimate Conversations. I know if you haven't seen the last one, go run that up. See the last one. I know he got another one cooking up as well. Be on the lookout again for Erotic Zone. And we got a extra special, Make It Make Sense. Something that is inspirational and informational at the same time. It's coming up real soon, working on that as we speak. So Make It Make Sense, we'll be delivering another groundbreaking episode. And other than that, thank you to the congregation. I wanted to read something to my castmates as we sit here and give them their flowers in real time, coming from one of our people who really doesn't speak, but more or less, is always watching. And this came from one of our Texas folks, actually Houston, Texas, to be exact.
Shout out to Houston.
The question was, who is that guy that's on the podcast with you?
Damn.
That's T. And the next response was, I love all three of y'all. But I just love the way he talks. And I know all the time T doesn't always get that type of rap, but I just love the way he talks. He is the crazy one, and you are the cool one. And Aisha is the lady in between y'all. And I love y'all, and I love y'all show. So keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all show is amazing, and it is great. And that's somebody who doesn't comment, but is always watching and supporting us. So shout outs to you.
Shout out to the
Houston,
silent
Texas.
watchers.
We appreciate you for, always tuning in and representing, sharing and liking and commenting, in the back of your mind. And also, we had a couple of people who were new to the channel who stopped me and said, yo, y'all guys bring a different dynamic to what we are used to seeing. It's a family filled, but it's informational. Y'all have fun. Y'all don't disrespect people. Y'all just have a good vibe, and we appreciate y'all. So we wanted to make sure that we, give some love and respect to the congregation. I know it seems like we beat y'all up a lot because it's predominantly women, but it's not. We got love for everybody and all. And always keep everyone who's going through something in their prayers as we transition. I know this Sunday when we come on, it will be Mother's Day. So when you see this, shout outs to all you ladies.
Happy Mother's Day. Shout out to all the mothers.
You know what I mean?
Mothers.
Shout out to the mothers.
The mothers.
You dig? We love you.
Right.
Without the mothers, there won't be no us. So shout outs to the mothers. Hug your mother, kiss your mother, and if you don't have one, send a prayer up for her as well.
Facts.
We're gonna get up out of here. Remember, from me, love yourself, love each other, and put God first, and let love live. What we got, Aisha?
So just to circle real quick on what Nell was just saying, a lot of individuals will tell us how great the show is and how much they love us and support us. Make sure to become a member.
Facts. Shout out to all the members.
Make sure you join the UM family fully and become a member and enjoying all of the exclusive content, the merchandise, and all of the fun stuff that we may have forthcoming as well. So make sure to go cop that membership if you haven't done so already. Shout out to all the members. Shout out to the S Gang. And my word for the week is do not withhold sex. That's it. That's all.
I really want to say my message for the week is have some more sex, but I ain't gonna say that because they gonna say you always say that. See, it's always all about sex.
It's always relevant.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I believe it. But whatever. But this is my message for the ladies, man, because I spoke about this before, and then I seen somebody make this post. That's how I be telling y'all my prophecies be coming full circle all the time. right after I said this thing about how the girls be staring at y'all and y'all get mad, Ish. So this girl is saying that her and her daughter was chilling, sitting in the car, and these three girls was walking past, like staring at her. And then the girl that was sitting in the car was like, "I hope I don't have to beat nobody ass on my birthday." But then the girls just walked up to them and was like, "You're so pretty." That's why they was staring at her, because she was pretty, and they just was admiring her. So all the time when somebody's staring at you, it's not out of angst. Sometimes they're just admiring you or something about you or around you. So before you fly off the handle, see what it is first.
That's fact.
Take it in. This is Uncensored Minds, episode 180. Have a good one. Deuces.